Hi guys, give me 1 second to get set up here. All right. Ready to go? Welcome everyone, thanks for coming. My name is Sarah Clifford and I'm here to talk to you about performance psychology services, what they are and how they can help you, and just have you get to know me a little bit better. So I've got a picture of Larry Bird up here for a few reasons. First, I grew up outside of Boston and my family was big Celtics fans, but also because my dad would tell me how Larry Bird visualized himself making baskets and attributed that to helping him in his career. And that really stuck with me as I grew up playing sports. So performance psychology services, what are they? What does that entail? Well, the field of performance psychology is a newly defined occupation for tools and skills that people have used for a long time. An umbrella term was created to encompass more specific consultation practices to include not only work with athletes, but with other types of performers as well, such as in the business sector, for example, CEOs, investment bankers, artists like ballet dancers, actors, law enforcement, military. It's also being used for individuals as well as teams and groups. There are various terms that can be used to describe what we do. A few of them are mental strength coach, mental conditioning consultant, performance psychology consultant, mental skills coach. Really, it comes down to what you would like to call me, what makes you comfortable, what you relate to, and they're really all interchangeable. So in regards to that, what does a performance psychology consultant actually do? Well, we get to know each other. Like my friend Misty May Trainer and her beach volleyball partner Carrie Walsh Jennings did when they first met. They got to know each other first. To work as a team, we need to share some of our experiences and build rapport with each other. We want to feel comfortable working together and have a certain level of trust between us. It's important to establish this relationship first so that we can move forward to the next step, which is finding ways to improve your performance together. Whether it's with individuals or with the group or team, by getting to know you guys better, observing practices and competitions, and meeting with everyone involved, we can better come up with a plan to make the adjustments needed, find out which mental skills might be helpful to learn. Then, we either continue to work together and build trust, or we simply part ways with new skills and experience. It really depends on the needs of the individual or team. Sometimes I can become a more permanent part of an athlete's support structure, or maybe I'm more needed for a short period of time to work through something like an injury, for example. Other times, a group or team might hire me to help fix a certain performance-related issue they are having, or they may decide to hire me on a more full-time basis to become a supportive part of the team and provide services for individuals and staff. It really depends on each situation and what their specific needs are. Performance psychology service is not psychotherapy. Although one-on-one consultations are similarly confidential, you will have to sign an agreement between us that acknowledges the confidentiality of our work together. And there are some exceptions to that covered in the document that I will need to tell someone, for example, if I find out you intend to hurt yourself or hurt someone else. But why do we need it? Why do we need performance psychology services? Well, here are some athletes who would not have achieved what they have without having some solid mental skills. Going from clockwise, we have Aaron Judge, the Yankees right fielder, all-star. Another all-star, Jose Altuve, Venezuelan second baseman for the Astros. Michael Phelps, the all-time record holder for Olympic gold medals. And snowboarder Kelly Clark, who also Olympic gold medalist, women's half pipe and snowboarder, named Best Female Action Sports Athlete in 2015. All of these athletes continue to work on their skills even at the elite level. My point is that everyone can improve, from beginners to elite athletes. Even Michael Phelps tried to break his own records. Developing your mental performance skills can be an important piece that helps you achieve your goals. Performance psychology services can give you an edge over the competition. It can help boost your confidence and your team's confidence in each other and as a group as a whole. And finally, it can help you work through some of the tough times, like from injuries or setbacks or other performance-related issues, which we'll all most likely experience at some point in our careers. Many professional teams are hiring whole groups of mental conditioning staff. For example, most MLB teams have performance consultants working with guys from the top all the way down through the minors and even using them for scouting reports now. So we all started somewhere, right? Whether it was at 4 years old or 40, we started something new. We reached where we are by learning new skills to go along with it, including mental skills we might not even be aware of. And we had fun in the process. But where do we want to go with it? What do we want to accomplish next? Did anyone else want to go to the Olympics as a kid? You know, boxing great Muhammad Ali once said, "If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it." So how exactly does it work? What would I be able to do for you? Well, performance consultants can help individuals and teams formulate and reach goals. Sometimes just by discovering and honing in on what those goals are can help direct or redirect you on the right path to achieving them. I can also help you find ways to overcome any performance-related issues, such as an overabundance of nerves or difficulty focusing, negative self-talk, low confidence, or how to deal with the frustrations that go along with injuries and rehab. And it doesn't have to be all negative things we work on, but maybe there are some things you're doing really well already, and we can find ways to make them even better. I'm also available to be a liaison between staff members and performers, so I can be available to assist with improving communication skills and development. And I'll also always offer support and encouragement to individual teams I'm working with, because when I come involved, I'm in it too. I'm rooting for you guys. Performance consultants can also offer new skills and skills development and techniques, such as visualization and imaging, which is not hypnosis. I actually had a client ask if I was going to hypnotize him one time. No, I am not going to do that. It's not what we do, and I actually don't know anything about it. But visualization or imaging is a technique for helping your mind practice performing a skill at your best, with your eyes closed typically, in a quiet place. There's a lot of evidence out there that proves that by picturing yourself doing something well, you can transfer it into the actual physical skill, like the Larry Bird example. You know, some professional teams are putting in meditation rooms in their clubhouses just for this purpose. There's also diaphragmatic breathing and other relaxation techniques for combating nerves and getting in the right frame of mind to compete. Also, positive self-talk. You know, sometimes we don't realize the way we are interpreting our actions in our own heads and how we are internalizing that information. I can help you recognize those and turn them into positive words and phrases that can change your perspective, confidence, and even performance outcomes. Finally, I can help performers in coping with injuries and the frustrations often associated with rehabilitation and assimilation back into the sport or team. So why should you choose to work with me? Well, for one, I have experience. I was a Division I athlete in cross country, fencing, and track. I competed on the US team for modern pentathlon, which is horseback jumping, running, shooting, swimming, and fencing, all in one day. I worked with many types of performers of all ages and abilities, including athletes who competed in Major League Baseball, Winter X Games, Summer X Games, and A circuit show jumping. Also, I have education on this. I graduated from Duke University with an undergraduate degree in biological anthropology and anatomy. I'm currently completing my master's in performance psychology from National University. I've taken courses including motor behavior, ethics, multicultural issues, counseling, sports psychology, and theories of behavior change. I am committed to continuing education classes and experience with various topics, for example, nutrition and other sports-specific knowledge, as well as in the performance psychology domain. I think it's really important to always keep learning. Also, I've probably broken more bones than you. About 4 years ago, I had a traumatic horse jumping accident that gave me a concussion, broke my back, put my jaw through my ear canal. I had to be helivaced from the scene. I will spare you all the gory details, but I had multiple surgeries. My jaw was wired shut for 2 months. I now have plates in my body. And while it may have been the worst, it wasn't the only injuries I ever had playing sports. There were many. However, I can tell you that I understand firsthand how scary and difficult injuries are. And maybe I can offer you hope that I am healed and was able to compete at a higher level after my accident than I ever had before in that sport in my life. I definitely used a toolbox of mental skills to help me get back on the horse. And overcome my fears, which were definitely there. And I credit my years of training and competing as a pentathlete and also working with other individuals overcoming their injuries as helping me get back out there. Injuries can often be a part of the learning and growing process in sports. Setbacks are frustrating, but trust me, I have been there many times and I can empathize. Finally, I want to work with you all because I genuinely enjoy helping people. I'm not an expert in everything. If I don't know the answer to something, I will seek it out, hunt it down, find that answer from someone who does for you. I'm also not an expert on any one of you. You each know your experience better than anyone. I just hope for the opportunity to be able to use my experiences and knowledge to help you all with whatever your performance-related needs might be. So that's the end of my presentation. I really hope you learned something about performance psychology services and about me. Do you guys have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I will be standing at the doorway. I'm going to give you each one of my business cards. And I'd love it if you would each introduce yourselves on your way out and at least tell me your first name and what position you play on the team. I really hope I get to see you all again soon and help out wherever I can. Thank you.